We knew it was only a matter of time before the X-Men showed up in the MCU. It was an inevitability with Disney obtaining the rights finally to Fox and the X-Men, those characters. We're going to see them in the MCU. Problem being is that at this point in time, do we really want to see these characters in the MCU? It's sad to think that we've seen them already over on the Fox side, which, say what you will about those movies, they took some risks. You know, they had a few swings, a few misses, but overall, pretty much an enjoyable set of X-Men movies over there. And we're not going to get into, you know, Bryan Singer and all that stuff. We're not going to talk about that in this video. No, the purpose of this is they're talking about 10 actors who should play X-Men in the MCU. And the question being, will they even call them the X-Men in the MCU? We've heard, I believe it was Sanaa Amanat, say that the X-Men, or Victoria Alonso, one of them, said that, you know, the X-Men is dated and it should be X-people now and be more inclusive. And it's like, do you not realize that the X-Men are probably the most inclusive superhero team in the history of superheroes? Predominantly women at several points in different iterations of the team, and much to the dismay of nobody. No, I don't remember any man, any kid ever complaining because of all the female characters in the X-Men, because they were all so cool. Their power sets from Rogue to Storm to Jubilee and so on. It's really funny that now they're saying that, oh, well, we have a problem. And I do have a problem with a couple casting decisions on this list, but without further ado, let's get into it. Get into it. This, of course, from CBR.com, which I'm not saying anything to the plus about CBR because they're basically bought and paid for shills. As the Marvel Cinematic Universe has progressed into the multiverse saga, fans have noticed Marvel embracing mutants. The inevitable X-Men project from the MCU will come eventually. Whether that be a surprise in Phase 5 or one of the unnamed Phase 6 projects, when this happens, casting directors will have many roles to fill. There are many characters in Marvel canon fans want to see in the MCU. With the giant roster of X-Men characters, the upcoming X-Men project has the potential to introduce many of these new and fun characters to the MCU. Right here, Giancarlo Esposito has Professor Xavier's demeanor. I don't need to read their rationalization of this. All I know is this is not a good casting decision, and not because I dislike Giancarlo Esposito, because they are clinging to this narrative that the X-Men's leader, obviously, you know, Charles Xavier and Magneto, were patented after, you know, modeled after Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. That's simply not the truth. And I don't know when this became such widespread, such a fallacy that was so widespread and believed and consumed by so many, but it's not. They were modeled after Jewish men, but hey, white people bad, right? So, and this is nothing against Giancarlo Esposito. Guy's an amazing actor, but race swapping these characters, these two in particular, has really long ramifications, but they're going to do it anyway. Like I said, I just feel as a role like this does a disservice to Giancarlo Esposito. You know, he was fine as Moff Gideon. He was great as Moff Gideon and one of the standouts in The Mandalorian. But I don't think this is right. I don't think it's right to do, and because that means you're going to have to race swap Magneto as well, which we'll talk about. Number 9, Jack Raynor is ready to break out as Cyclops. Many fans have expressed resentment over the fact that Scott Summers, also known as Cyclops, was never given a chance to shine in the Fox films. While James Marsden and Ty Sheridan gave everything they could in those films, Cyclops hasn't been able to stand out as the X-Men's on-screen leader. We all know what they did to Cyclops in the comic. They basically cucked him and Wolverine and put him in a three-way relationship with Jean Grey, and God, was it cringeworthy. It was horrible, to the point where they weren't bisexual. They were straight up, well,
queer as a $3 bill.
Number 8, Coleman Domingo can terrify as Magneto. Again, Anybody who watches Fear the Walking Dead knows Coleman Domingo is excellent in that show as Victor Strand. I haven't really seen him in much else. I do really, one of the, again, in a subpar show, one of the something I watch like habitually now more than just for enjoyment. But it is hilarious that this is the route they want to take. And this, again, no slight to Coleman Domingo, but race swapping these characters is not, it is an incessant need on the leftist cult members who run the entertainment media complex to do this as some form of, it's basically like cinematic reparations, I guess is the best way I can describe it. And it's sad because, again, then when people express their dismay with how bad it is when they do this and how contrived it is, you get called a bigot because they automatically assume you're talking about the actor, and it's not the actor's fault. They took a paying job. We all understand that. But don't mess with characters that were perfect as they were. They don't need to be seen through a modern lens. That is so ridiculous. It's such an asinine statement to make. Stupid! Number 7, Ella Purnell would soar as Phoenix. I don't know that we need to see the Phoenix saga again. We've seen it twice. It's failed both times. I don't know who Ella Purnell is.
Who are you again?
But hey, well, she was in Arcane and Yellow Jackets. That explains why I don't know who she is. Micah Monroe could transform into Mystique. Again, no idea who that is, but I think, as they say, replacing Jennifer Lawrence is no small task. I don't think replacing Harvey Weinstein's girlfriend will be that tough. But like I said, let's look here. She was in It Follows, Villains, and more recently The Watcher, Independence Day Resurgence. That explains it, why I have no idea who she is. Here we go. Jalen Barron would electrify as Storm. While I don't know who this young lady is, the perfect casting for Storm would be Jade Cargill, who works for All Elite Wrestling. She is sculpted from head to toe, and she's done Storm cosplay and looks phenomenal. And when people say that, you know, the X-Men name is wrong and it's played out and you're just mad because blah blah inclusion, Storm was the leader of the X-Men. For those of you keeping score at home, Storm is a black woman. Again, nobody my age ever complained when we were watching the show and Storm was the cartoon and Storm was the leader, because she was badass, her power set was awesome, and again, just a cool character. So nobody cares that she's a black female. She could have been anything and nobody would have cared, but they made her a black female, a perfect lead, a perfect character for what they're going for now in the Department of Representation, Inclusivity. It's organic. It's already there. It's pre-existing. Then again, don't know who Jalen Barron is, but I put my eggs in the Jade Cargill basket. That's just a fantasy cast there. Another one. Jenna Ortega is ready to go Rogue. Honey, no you're not, because Rogue is Creole. Wasn't she? Rogue is Southern. I know she's Southern. Again, we have to make Rogue Latino. Why? Why does this happen? She's blown up recently in the entertainment industry. Who is she? Nobody. They don't even say. They don't even say who she is. So, you know, obviously we really don't care. Number 3, Travis Fimmel can convey both sides of the beast. I watched some of, what is this, Vikings that he was in. He played Ragna in Vikings. My wife started watching it, so I jumped in and watched. You know, I've seen, I don't know, maybe 60 to 70% of the show, and there's she's got 3 or 4 episodes left. His character was excellent. I really liked what's his name? Travis Fimmel. I really like him. I think he would be a great cast as Beast. He can be the, savage warrior he has shown in Vikings. And Beast has an intellect, and a soft-spoken side, which Travis Fimmel, the actor, can convey perfectly. So I see that as an absolute win. Number 2, Madison Hugh is Jubilee. Jubilation Lee, or Jubilee, is a fan-favorite X-Men character best known for her role in X-Men the Animated Series. She made her live-action debut in X-Men Apocalypse, played by To All the Boys actor Lana Condor. I don't really remember her. I don't remember Apocalypse. I saw it once and was like, what the hell did they do to Oscar Isaac? So Madison Hugh, I have no issue here with this casting. Jubilee's, I just remember from the animated series, basically she was a cool character. Again, strong female characters already exist, and they've had fans for decades. So I don't understand why they think if anybody criticizes any of this new stuff, it's automatically racism. You know, you fill in your Isterphobe there. But no, I see no issue here. Number 1, Channing Tatum is finally Gambit. Do we really want Channing Tatum playing Gambit at this point? I mean, should they have a younger actor play him? I mean, Channing Tatum's probably not. I don't think he's that old. I think he's that much older than me. But if they're going to go in a younger direction, wouldn't it make sense to have... I mean, depending on what stage of the team we're going to enter at with the X-Men, we don't know. Are they even going to call them X-Men? Are they going to call them mutants like Kevin the Cuck Feige said? But no, I mean, I'm not vehemently against this casting. Like I said, there's only... The race swaps is the issue. Because it begs the question, why? Why? Why do you feel the need to make Magneto and Professor X black when they were not based on Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr.? That is a false narrative that's been propagated. So there you have it. Just ask the creator of the X-Men. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think? Why don't you give me your fantasy casting? You know, it doesn't have to be the whole list, but if you have a favorite X-Men character that's already been seen on screen, or maybe it's just a character from the animated series that hasn't been brought to the live action yet in any of the Fox movies. So let me know who it is. Let me know why you think so in the comments below. Me personally, like I said, there's a few of them here I agree with, a few of them I disagree with, but now I want to know your thoughts. Please do all the YouTube things as it helps us in the algorithms and all that good stuff. Like, share, subscribe, and you have an opportunity now to be a producer on one video a month and help us with discussion topics for our live streams. Plus take part in a Twitter DM chat with other members of the channel on that tier with myself and possibly a few of the horsemen. So that is called the Harvey Wakuian producer tier that's available right now for $4.99 in addition to the $2.99 Kazuian tier. Yeah, no pressure though. If you don't want to join, don't worry about it. But if you want to, it's there. It's there. We'll talk about it on the member stream tonight, and I'll talk about it on the big show as well. So that's it, gang. I'm Itepokuian of the Place to Be Reviews. I've been here with all of yous. If I don't see you, have a great day, a pleasant tomorrow, and I'll catch you on the next one.
Get your own.
Take that, you bitch!
No! What the hell?
How'd you like that?
Hey, joke's on you. I have hepatitis.
Boom! I could do